Good morning, everybody. It's Lynn, the Leather Bag Lady. How are you all today? It is Tuesday today. Another crazy hot weather heat advisory day today. Leather Bag Lady weather report here in Ontario, Southern Ontario, Canada. Insane. I think I mentioned to you yesterday I caved and put my window unit in, and I needed to do it. It was just too hot in here. It can get over 80 degrees in here at night. So the sun shines in this beautiful big 6-foot window I have beside me all afternoon and all evening until the sun goes behind the buildings and it no longer shines. But yes, the air conditioner is in the window. So, thought I would get my video done early. I've got a busy day. I'm going to help a friend I met at the art crawl put some stuff together in his house, selling his house. Gentleman lost his wife a few months back, so he needs some ladies to help. So there's a group of us going to help do all the frou-frou things. And anyway, I'll get to the rest of my day after the bag. Today's bag is another Canadian bag. I think I've mentioned before that a lot of the 50s, 60s, 70s bags, more so the 50s and 60s, were actually made in Canada. There were a lot of tanneries in Toronto right along Lake Ontario. And those buildings are still there. I believe the Tip Top Tailor building right down on the lakeshore in Toronto used to be a tannery. So a lot of pollution, a lot of negative things come from that process, but a lot of beautiful things come from that process as well. So this little lovely bag is from Coret, which is a Montreal-based brand, and they typically make bags more for the senior market, I would say, in my experience. But this bag is just beautiful. It has a bunch of different colors. So you've got a beautiful deep mahogany. You've got more of kind of like a burnt orange, this real kind of mustard color, and then a brown. So it is very much in keeping with the brown family, but there is some black in here, and you could definitely get away with this being almost mahogany / burgundy. And then you've got your kind of tan back here. It's a gorgeous little bag. Shoulder bag. It's a going out bag. It's not a daily driver because it obviously is quite small. It's got this beautiful velvet interior. Zipper pocket. There's your Coret Montreal tag, and here is where the straps can be taken off to make it into a clutch. So this is a great event bag, wedding bag, going to the Shaw Festival bag, going to the theater bag, that kind of thing. So it's a really cute little bag. So that's just been listed, and yeah, so there we go. That's our bag for today. So I am out again with my new friend tonight. I don't know, I don't take anything for gospel these days. We're going to a Blue Jays game. Now, I am not a baseball fan at all, but I am a really good cheerleader, and I very much enjoy watching other people love their teams. I think it's fascinating. Now, it's a group thing from his work, so I guess I'll be meeting other people. So that's a step in the right direction. Usually if you're on the down low, somebody doesn't want to introduce you to anybody, then obviously there's a problem, and I've been through that before. So we'll see. I'm enjoying it. I'm very smitten, I am. So like I said, I'm trying to keep my feet on the ground because I do tend to fall fast and hard. So not always a good thing. So we're going to move on from Dior today to my favorite brand, one of my favorite brands, Roots. So I have had to, hair falling out here. I have had to adjust some of the facts because I do know that a couple of these things are not 100% accurate in terms of their timeline. So this information came from a YouTube video I think I watched. So just like my information, there's no guarantees. I do my best to make sure that it's as accurate and as authentic as I can get it, but I do make errors. So this is just to the best of my knowledge. So Roots, founded by Don Green and Michael Budman, two best friends who used to go to camp in the Muskokas. I think it was the Muskokas. They are Americans, and they grew to love Canada and wanted to start a business here. So 1973, they founded Roots, and it started with a negative heel shoe. Ugly, 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 ugly things. Oh my goodness me. Google it. Roots negative heel shoe. They are not attractive shoes, but apparently it put Roots on the map. And they actually partnered with a existing shoe manufacturer, Boa Industries, I think it was called. And I think they actually bought them out at one point. I'm not 100% sure about that. But yeah, so they owned Roots as a privately held company until 2015. And then Searchlight bought the majority stake, and the two original owners have minority stake. And apparently none of the family members wanted to carry on, keep it in the family. And that is when I have had my customers say the quality went out the window. So they do still make their leather goods in Toronto, but their clothing, their athletic wear is made overseas. And the company does not specifically say where. I'm sure there's tags in the clothing to state that, but yeah, so it's 1973. So they do have kind of two lines. They have a Roots 73 line, which is kind of their lower end line, and then just their Roots, which is the higher end leather goods. Oh, got the hiccups and such. So, you know, we all have our own personal experiences. I would never go into Roots and spend $300-400 on a bag ever. But I do have customers who have, and have had negative experiences with the quality today versus the vintage, and are now customers of mine, because I've said this many times, if I could create a business just selling Roots, then I would. And actually, I've been thinking about it. I'm back to selling in person at retirement homes. My online presence has just dropped by less than 50%. And obviously, I have bills to pay. So I've had to go back to booking shows at locations. And I've done a few already, and it's just too good to let go. So I'm going to do both. But what I think I might morph my Etsy shop into over the next couple of years, because I've got hundreds of bags that aren't Roots, is just a Roots Etsy shop. Maybe a couple of other brands, but specifically Roots. It's hard to find the vintage stuff now, but Roots doesn't lose its value. So to have a Roots bag sitting for a year or so or whatever, it's not something that I'm too concerned about. Because the Roots stuff does turn over a lot quicker than any of the other brands that I carry. So that's something that if I am maintaining my financial commitments with my shows, and I can take the pressure off my Etsy presence to kind of fine tune it a little bit, because that transition will mean there's less bags for you to buy, but they will all be desirable branded bags. So I think that's probably where I'm going to go with my Etsy shop. I'm not getting rid of my Etsy shop. Etsy has been very good to me, and I do have a lot of great customers who are now, you know, almost online friends. So I wouldn't want to lose all that. I've worked really hard for that, but that is kind of where I'm headed. So anyway, I will check in with you tomorrow, let you know how my baseball game went. If it was anything like my Harley Davidson ride on Saturday, I'm really looking forward to it. So anyway, have a great rest of the day wherever you are in the world, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.